deep down I always said, dear God, if there's ever a way that I could make a living when I grow up driving a race car, that would be my ultimate achievement. The first race I ever saw was in Monza, the Italian Grand Prix. That sound, the Formula One engines were just so awesome. I could feel it. I've never forgotten it. I became fascinated with racing right then and there. I would run around the house with a pot lid steering wheel, acting like I was racing. I was bit. By the time I was 15, my family had come to the United States to begin a new life. And that's when I heard that sound again. I just had to go find it. It was like it was calling me. And I had no choice but to answer it. Cars on that dirt track sound like nothing else. You could hear the dirt, the rocks hitting the walls. Inside a car, it's quite different. The engine is inside of you. You're trying to protect it, but man, I'm not leaving anything on the table either. It just wah. I mean, it's just there. I just wanted to hear the metal really at the limit. Oh gosh, I mean, the sound is like, just like a poetic motion. If you love opera, this is the opera of motor racing, the opera sound. It gives you goosebumps to listen. There was always controlled chaos out there. The pit crews yelling, the roar of the engines, and the crowd. As a driver, there's a point where you have to shut all that off. You have to go into your zone. It's like it was silent. I was focused on winning, nothing else. I look at a photo or a trophy today, and you know what? It's more than a memory. I get the feeling. I can hear it.
Mario Andretti there.
Here comes Mario, the checkered flag of victory.
Those engines, those sounds, they are my song. Stock, NASCAR, Formula One, they all played a different song. And I love them all. And I still do. The sport, obviously, back in the 60s, early 60s, and through even the 70s, it was not as safe as it is today. And so because of that, the drivers were facing, some precarious situations. I said, if we are smart enough to make the cars go faster, why can't we just deal with the safety aspect as well? I want to live to drive another day. And so that's really when we started thinking about, we need a good test facility, somewhere where we can really go and experiment, a place where we can let it all hang out, let just let our imagination run wild. That's what we needed, and that's what was developed. And that was the beginning of a whole new era. But a beautiful thing about the test facility was the fact that nobody knew it was happening. Family members didn't know. I would disappear, for weeks on end. It was all experimental. And the only way to really find out, you know, where the total limits are is to get almost crazy. Do things that you think are almost technically impossible. There are no basic rules, to be honest with you, and the world around us is filled with rules. But for us to be able to really take those rules to the limit, we have to just work outside the rules somewhere, you know, where we can just go wild and then narrow it down. I mean, all the things that we even do at a test facility, yes, we don't know what's going to happen on the other side, but you know something? You feel confident. There's a lot of engineering that's gone into it. You know, we're crazy, but not that crazy. You know, we're smart crazy. You know, it's amazing, that flip at Indy, I'm exiting turn 1, 222 miles an hour, and hit something on the track that was created by a crash. Happened just a second in front of me, and unstuck the car, and I started flying. And actually, while I was somersaulting at 200 miles an hour, I was thinking, you know, my days at the test facility, you know, I said, we used to do that purposely, you know, and here I am. I think I might have had something to do with landing on the wheels, actually, by having had that experience many, many times. Experience is experience, you know, and you never know when it's going to be useful. And this I did not expect. But it's all about reacting at the right time and reacting properly, and sometimes it pays you back. The test facility was just, I would like to think, essential in my career. It was an incredible time in my life where I was able to really develop skills that I obviously could not develop doing anything else or being anywhere else. You know, the results that I was able to have in the sport, I credit the test facility for all of that.